Unit 5, the Early Republic. Nice short and sweet unit, mainly focuses on the first 5 presidents. We got the first 6 on here, but John Quincy, don't ever see a lot on him, but the other 5 has a short and sweet version through here. It's pretty easy. The kids pick up on this pretty quickly. You can go over the difference between the Shays Rebellion and Whiskey Rebellion. Let me back up a little. The Early Republic and problems of it. Authority of the federal government, national security, stable economy, all that stuff's touched on in here. The Federalists, Anti-Federalists, this stuff was in the previous unit. The Whiskey Rebellion, make sure they understand the difference between the Shays Rebellion and the Whiskey Rebellion. Shays shows how weak the government was. Whiskey shows how strong the federal government was. Alexander Hamilton, find the money, you find him. I always have the kids put a money sign above him. He's National Bank. Implements tariffs, trying to set up a stable economy. John Adams, he doesn't get reelected. The XYZ affair and the Alien and Sedition Acts pretty much tick off the public. XYZ, we always put a money sign on this word tribute. It's the only time you ever see it's with the XYZ affair. Alien and Sedition Acts, he told the citizens they couldn't speak out against the government. That obviously had an adverse effect since it's violating the Bill of Rights. Thomas Jefferson, hit on Louisiana Purchase a little more. It's going to be covered in the Manifest Destiny unit again, and it was in the previous, so we ought to have a good handle on that one. Same thing with Marbury versus Madison. They should have had a good understanding of judicial review. Embargo Act, Jefferson stopped shipping. Make sure they know that when he stopped it, the economy went down a little bit, and it was due to the fact of things that were happening in Europe. Madison, War of 1812, a lot of key things in here. Do some cause and effect on it. Causes, impressing American sailors, blocking trade routes. Impressing, the only time we ever see this word is with the War of 1812. 2 words, tribute with XYZ, impressing with War of 1812. Only time you ever see those words ever used is with those 2 items. Burn down the White House, you get the Star Spangled Banner out of it. Jackson becomes famous. I wish I had these flipped because the Treaty of Ghent was signed before Jackson had the Battle of New Orleans. The word hadn't got there yet. Make sure kids can understand that a little bit. There was nothing was lost or gained in the Treaty of Ghent. It just ended the war, and they went back to pre-war trading and knocked off the blockades, impressment, and been friends ever since. It's pretty short, sweet. Monroe. 16 was a question on the STAR test last year. Adam-Moniz Treaty. They get Florida from Spain. Monroe Doctrine shows up every now and then. Monroe pretty much tells the East, don't interfere in the West. It tells them not to come colonize. European countries were coming colonizing South America. He told them, we can trade, but do not come over here and try to colonize and interfere with our affairs. Vocabulary, nothing out of the ordinary there. You could add war hawks to the War of 1812. Some people do, but you don't see it hardly at all. And that's the Early Republic. You can have them listed, and I quiz my guys. A lot of times I'll spout off XYZ, and they got to pick which of the first 5 presidents it is. The Monroe Doctrine, Adams of the East, etc. This is pretty short and sweet, but you can hammer each one of the items within those presidents for a week and a half, and this thing right here will be done. There you go. That's Unit 5.